I am not shy when it comes to talking about dreams. I'm always on a mission of some sort to better understand why such moving photographs are part of this thing that we do while we sleep. Why do we dream about people walking in on us while we're using the bathroom? Have you had that dream? Why do we do it? Why do we dream about people walking in on us while we're using the bathroom? It actually has a meaning. It means restlessness and or fear. In this case, it might be the uneasiness of starting something brand new in your life. People walking in on you in the bathroom puts you in a vulnerable state. So if you instantly stand up, well, your world now belongs to them. If such a dream points to the unspoken fears, the next question in the real world where we are right now would be, what is toying with your anxiety? How can you deal with it without real people standing around watching or judging you? I had a program director in radio once tell me, if you don't learn to ignore people watching and creating distractions, I will never see you as a real professional. It changed my life. And the reason why he made that important was because when you're out on the street, the world is constantly moving through you. And no matter what you're talking about on air, if the distractions get in the way of your thought of reaching listeners, then I can understand what he said. You're not a professional. When I podcast in public at different movie premieres and or restaurant patios, I go into those interviews. They have no idea who I'm talking with. And if I allow their distractions to get in my way, therefore I allow that to become the story and not the real reason why I'm there. Your dreams, they give you an opportunity to ask questions. And when you ask those questions, you now have permission to question the answers. Have you had such a dream of people walking in on you in the bathroom? I thought it was kind of odd that in this particular dream, people were having this conversation as if nothing was going on. They couldn't smell anything. They weren't judging the guy on the pot. What they were doing, they were trying to find answers to their own personal questions. So I woke up, jotted down as many notes as I could because I needed to know what that moment was all about. Now, as I begin this day, I have something, a tool of sorts, to take with me if I'm confronted by something that raises my anxiety or creates a new fear. Hey, it's Arrow. This is The Daily Mess, a chronological walk through an everyday world. I am a daily writer. It's stuff like this that I know that I am not the only one moving through these storms and or these victories. It's time to start talking about what is tucked inside your heart. This is The Daily Mess. Changing the subject. It's an everyday occurrence. To break free of something, to move toward a deeper or a lighter conversation, or you're standing in a circle with a chronic interrupter. You know what that is. One of those people that chronically interrupts the subject that you've got going on, and it usually is directed toward them. Another reason why we change the subject is due to being embarrassed. At my essential job, the goal is to keep it one thought at a time, like we do on radio. Staying focused on that thought won't get us trapped in a conversation that we can't get out of, which is every reason to keep changing the subject, to get to the point. And that takes practice. I use it as a tool during my podcast interviews. Instead of being weighed down with subject-changing questions, it becomes a physical act of locating interest in what they're sharing, making statements and offering thoughts that enhance the very short time that we're together. Changing the subject. Dreams that create questions, and learning how to stay focused so you don't have to change the subject. I brought both of them together today, and the reason being is because we will walk away from anything that means change in our personal lives. We will change the subject because we don't want to deal with the personal changes. But when it gets inside our dreams, all of a sudden your subconscious mind is saying, I think we need to pay attention here, and I'm not going to change the subject. I'm Arrow, and that's The Daily Mess.